grab some popcorn and sit down with your loved ones. Today, we will tell you some unknown facts about Dean Martin.
The lights of Studio 4 burned hot that night. Cameras rolled, cue cards flashed, and there he was, Dean Martin, the king of cool, leaning on the piano, glass in hand, grinning like the room belonged to him. The audience laughed as he stumbled through his lines. "Well, don't worry, just like I promised you," he slurred softly. "I'm only having one drink." The crowd roared. It was the routine everyone expected, the boozy charm, the quick wit, the wink that said, "I know exactly what I'm doing." But this time, the laughter felt off. The timing wasn't sharp. His eyes were unfocused. The jokes came slower, the pauses longer. Somewhere between the punchlines he looked tired. Not the playful kind of tired, but the kind that lives behind the eyes of someone who's lost too much. In the control room, a producer whispered, "Cut to commercial," but Dean waved him off, slurring, "Let me finish." He wasn't performing anymore. He was pleading. "I feel sorry for you people that don't drink," he said, voice cracking slightly, "because when you wake up in the morning, that's as good as you're going to feel all day." The crowd laughed again, uncertainly this time. What had once been a punchline now sounded like surrender. A lifetime of tragedy, loss, and reinvention had led to this single, fragile moment. The night Dean Martin's mask finally slipped. He wasn't the invincible crooner anymore. He was just a man, standing under bright lights, trying to remember who he used to be. This is the story of how Dean Martin built the legend, lived the illusion, and quietly fell apart in front of millions. One smile, one song, and one drink at a time. Long before the tuxedos, martinis, and Las Vegas lights, there was a boy named Dino Paul Crocetti growing up in a cramped apartment above a shoemaker's shop in Steubenville, Ohio. The year was 1917, and the world was still rough-edged from the Great War. His parents, Gaetano and Angela, had left Italy chasing opportunity, only to find poverty waiting with open arms. Their two-room home had no running water. They shared an outhouse with 3 families. The smell of coal smoke filled the air, and the only music was the clatter of steel mills down by the river. Dean didn't speak English until he was 5. When he started school, the other kids mocked his accent, his clothes, his strange lunches packed by a mother who barely spoke the language. His older brother, Bill, sometimes walked him to class just to translate. Dino learned early that if he didn't laugh at himself first, someone else would. Humor became his armor. Cool detachment became his shield. By 13, he was done with school. He told his mother he'd find real work, and he meant it. He started running bootleg whiskey across the Ohio River at night for 50 cents a trip. It was dangerous work. River patrols searched boats, rival smugglers stole cargo, and one mistake could get him shot. But Dino was quick, quiet, invisible. Soon he was delivering bets for bookies, polishing shoes for rich men, and stocking grocery shelves before dawn. The boy who would one day sing "That's Amore" spent his teenage years counting coins and avoiding cops. He learned to read people's eyes before their mouths moved, a skill that later made him one of the smoothest performers in history.
Stay with us by liking, commenting, and sharing to know more unknown facts about all the celebrities.